Hi, my name is Nomalanga Mhlauli-Moses with Successful Black Woman and Healthy Black Woman, and I'm here today with my good friend Shaquita Graham with Loving the Black Man and Atecco.com. How are you doing today, Shaquita?
I'm doing great, Noma. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. So our story today is Serena Williams. There's a video of her so-called twerking that's been circulating social media, and I wanted to get your thoughts on it. If you've seen the video, and what did you think of it?
Well, when I first heard about the video, I was kind of surprised. I'm like, Serena Williams twerking? That I didn't get that image, but when I saw it, it looked like she was just kind of setting herself up for maybe to do some kind of exercise videos that have to do with dancing. But first off, I really love Serena. I mean, it's not only because she's an amazing champion, but she seems to honor and love her blackness, and she's very spirited when it comes to combating the white supremacy she encounters in her field. But Serena is a celebrity, and she's on a platform that, people see as just pure entertainment, when in fact, the media has an agenda, and it's really about propaganda and social engineering. So in that, Black bodies have been over-sexualized or hyper-sexualized for centuries, especially Black women. So on a big picture level, I don't know what the image, might say to young women. What about you?
I had two thoughts about it. My first thought was, I did think, oh my goodness, Serena twerking. But again, when I did see the video, much like you, I saw it more like exercising than actual twerking. And in the video, I didn't hear it where she said, here I go twerking, or here's twerking, or let me show you twerking. She didn't even use the word. People are just seeing the video and then assigning the word twerking. I personally have done a lot of group exercise, and you do get in that position where you look like you're twerking when you do squats and do all kinds of other exercises. So to me, she didn't look like she was doing the classic twerking where you throw your butt all over the place, and it's sexualized. She was actually counting, and she was talking about the muscles that you're exercising and how it'll benefit your tone and your shape. So that's the first thought. I did also, though, have the second thought, kind of like you, in that what people will place on it, regardless of what her intention was. And what came to my mind was Sarah Baartman. If you remember, she's the South African woman who was put in zoos and museums and all kinds of places so people could look at her and look at her big butt, which they thought was something, with pointing at and ridiculing or being amazed at or whatever. So it did have that kind of feel to it. And to me, I'm sensitive about that.
Yes.
In a number of ways, even sometimes if somebody says to me, are you from such a different country? I say, yeah. And then they say, well, say something in your language. I might do something and humor them. But I'm always sensitive to, like, look, this is not zoo, and I'm not your monkey. I'm not going to entertain you by something just because you find it fascinating. That's a little thing, but it still depends on how you feel. So in terms of Serena, if she was doing it and she felt comfortable and she didn't feel like anybody was objectifying her or, quote unquote, making her the monkey in the zoo, then I say, more power to her. I hope it is more of an exercise thing than it is a twerking thing, because I honestly didn't hear her say, here's how you twerk.
I think I heard her say the words. And, here's the thing. I mean, the takeaway for me is, like you said, a lot of times we have to really, as Black people, think on a big picture level, because there is a code at play here. There's a propaganda that's always at play. And many times we don't understand how people are, again, it's the concept of laughing at you instead of laughing with you. Mm-hmm. So we feel innocent about it. I mean, we are not trying to, like Serena is probably not trying to perpetuate this whole over-sexualized culture for Black women. But at the same time, the media, the way that they structure things, it's all about that. And the results that it has, it's all about that. Because I hear men complaining all the time that they are looking for women who are more demure, who are more
modest.
modest and respectful of their bodies. And it's hard to find. I mean, I have a little cousin who, he has little girls chasing him and they want to twerk on him like Rihanna was doing in the work video and things like that. So it's unfortunate, two things. Number one, that our children look up to these celebrities as a standard. So even though Serena does a lot of wonderful things, like she has a school and she's always very respectable when I've seen her, she's a champion. But at the same time, our young women will look at this and it'll begin to perpetuate an idea that they already have based on so many other messages that's given to them, that they should be so sexual and that men want this and that this is a good thing. And our community is not structured and stable enough to take these women and much like I was as a young girl, and really just show them that, we need to be thinking about nation building and building families, and twerking is not going to be a cornerstone of that.
Right. Serena is a role model. I have no problem calling her a role model. She is somebody. I have a daughter. She's 9. She's almost 10. And Serena Williams is one of those people one of those young women who I would say to my daughter, yeah, she's an excellent role model. And in fact, I have already said that because my daughter has a lot of things that she explores. And I use Serena as an example of, if you say you want to sing or you say you want to play this sport or that sport, look at Serena. Serena was homeschooled just like you. Serena's mom and dad were very involved in helping her achieve what she wanted, but she had to focus, she had to practice, she had to really, really work hard. So I use Serena a lot as an excellent example of a good role model. I stand by what I said. Even if she did say twerking, I didn't feel like what she was doing was hypersexualized. She was talking about working some muscles. I think it was all in good fun. And the other thing is Serena has a lot more going for her than just twerking. Aside from being a tennis superstar, #1 in the world, the GOAT, greatest of all time, she's also, along with her sister, a businesswoman. I can't even keep up, I edit for a financial blog, and I can't keep up with all their ventures. They have all kinds of things going where they know that tennis is great and it's done a lot for them, but they know that there's life after tennis, and they understand building wealth, building finances. They conduct themselves so gracefully whenever I've seen them appear anywhere, the way they speak about themselves, the way they speak about other people, they're mindful. So I honestly will, this is not even a blemish to me on Serena's stellar reputation. And I think that we should just take it for what it is. She was having some fun. Twerking is a new thing. And actually, if more people would twerk the way she twerked, I probably wouldn't have the problem I have with twerking. And just on a funny note, you said young women think men want that. Yes, they do, but respectable men want it behind closed doors. So, there's nothing wrong with twerking, but just let's keep it appropriate and keep it behind closed doors if you respect yourself. And again, I just want to reiterate, twerking, if that's what you do, that shouldn't be all you do, and that's what makes it, to me, what makes it okay with seeing Serena doing is that's not all she has going for her. She has so much more going for her.
I mean, I agree with you about Serena in and of herself. I mean, Serena, she does encounter white supremacy in her field, but she has risen way above it to an extent, right? Yeah. So Serena has a lot that she can do that people who are more subjugated, tangibly subjugated by white supremacy can't look at her and do the same thing. So I think it just opens up a conversation the word twerking opens up a conversation because we have kind of a twerking culture with Black women. And I'm not trying to look down on anybody, because as a young woman, I definitely had to really grasp my womanhood and learn, you know, what type of woman I really wanted to be. And I'm saying that for younger women, I wish I had someone to say to me, look, you know, you are a Black woman, and that means a lot. That carries a lot of respectability with it. It carries a lot of beauty, and you should project yourself in a certain way. And I think that this topic about Serena twerking, although she's not using it in that same connotation, it mirrors a connotation that's out there. And I don't think that she meant to do it, and I definitely would never come against her, because I totally respect Serena, and I agree with what you said about her. But I do think that these plays by the media are they've been undermining our culture. They've been undermining what we need to build into the Black women that we raise. So, and I think also looking up too much to celebrities and not having those people in our community that are promoting the right things, to where you think that everything a celebrity does is what you should do, is another issue that this brings to the forefront. And that's pretty much where I stand with it.
Yeah. Well, you know, it could be good or it could be bad. I encourage our whoever's watching to jump in on the comments and let us know what they think. I think we've said our piece in terms of the implications of what she did, but again, I reiterate, I stand by her. I think there's so much more that she's doing that I appreciate and that I respect, that to me this doesn't tarnish her reputation at all. So for now, that's all. Again, my name is Nomalanga Mhlauli-Moses with SuccessfulBlackWoman.com and HealthyBlackWoman.com, and this is my good friend Shaquita Graham, who also is the owner of Ateco.com, which I understand, is your special still on? Do you have a promotion going on right now?
Yeah, it's going to be going on till close to the end of the month, a free month of tech, career, and business courses at ateco.teachable.com. So I'm excited. I mean, there's so many people joining, so I'm really looking forward to that making an impact for some people who want to upgrade their income or look at ways to take advantage of entrepreneurship and technology.
Absolutely. And then Shaquita is also the founder of lovingtheblackman.com. So you can find her free course, or at least free for the first month, at ateco.com.teachable.com. Is it?
At ateco.teachable.com.
Ateco.teachable.com. And you can also find more of Shaquita at lovingtheblackman.com. Thank you for watching, and I just want to say thank you, Shaquita, for a great conversation.
Thank you, Noma, as always.
Thank you.